Welcome back, everybody. Dave, ABQ, SCNC. We are back for another edition of the NFL Power Rankings, powered by the world-famous Gizmo. Gizmo works hard on these power rankings, bring them to you every week. Just a disclaimer, these rankings do not include Thursday's Thanksgiving games. Neither do the comments, as these comments were meant for the week before. And here we go. Bottom half of the league, starting out number 32, the Cincinnati Bengals. Gizmo says they racked up another loss. Maybe next week they can crack the egg and get the win. Maybe. Johnny Waldeck's hoping, but Cincinnati Bengals not looking good so far this season. Number 31, barely beating the Bengals out, are my Washington Redskins. Staying in the same spot, Gizmo says they found a way to win their second game. Haskins needs to be more pocket aware. It needs to be a lot of things. Pocket aware is just one of them. Not throwing off his back foot, not taking selfies when the game's not over. This guy, man. All right. Number 30, New York Giants. Staying in the same spot, Gizmo's Giants. He says DJ's hanging in there tough, but this whole team needs an overhaul, starting with firing the coaching staff. Gizmo's hoping for Jason Garrett, apparently, as the Giants need a major overhaul. They should watch my Madden videos. I'll be your coach, Gizmo. Number 29, Miami Dolphins. Staying in the same spot, Gizmo says Fitzpatrick fights till the end, but their defense is atrocious and went back to losing. Dolphins, man. Fitzpatrick. All right. They traded away all their good talent. I don't know what everybody's expecting. Number 28, the Atlanta Falcons. Staying in the same spot, Gizmo says just when he thought this team would save Quinn, they get dismantled by the Bucks. Can't figure this team out. One week they look good, one week they look horrible. Number 27, the Denver Broncos, moving 2 spots. Gizmo says time to give Drew Lock a chance. Oh man, season is not salvageable. Time to see who will be the quarterback of the future. Gizmo's tired of the Allen show, apparently, wanting Drew Lock to step in. Drew Lock's been injured, I think, so we'll see how healthy he is and whether or not he's ready. Who knows which way they go? I think they just stick with Allen. Number 26, Tampa Bay Bucks, moving 1 spot. Gizmo says more turnovers by Winston, but they took control of the game late and pulled off a win. Is this your future Denver Bronco quarterback? Who knows? Maybe your future Bengal quarterback? Tampa Bay, another one of those teams, just up and down all season. Everything rides, as most of these teams do, on the quarterback. Number 25, moving 1 spot, are the New York Jets. Gizmo says, where did this defense come from? Dominated the run and ways to get quarterback pressure. The defense has been there. You're on the field every time with 3 and outs. You're going to get tired. They have a playoff caliber defense, just not a playoff caliber quarterback. Number 25, Arizona Cardinals, moving 1 spot after the bye week. Gizmo says only bright spot on this team is Murray, who is improving weekly, and they have scored more points than last year. They may be doing that, but their defense is giving up points as well. They need to fix that side of the ball before they'll be able to do anything. Number 23, the Cleveland Browns, moving 3 spots. Gizmo says the Browns starting to come alive, with the offense doing what it's supposed to do. Too little, too late, I think. Browns just could not get off to a good start. They're going to be the new San Diego Chargers, where they start out slow and then work their way up, and everybody talks about next season and how good it could have been, which is going to save Baker Mayfield a couple years. Number 23, Jacksonville Jaguars, moving a spot. Gizmo says the defense can't stop the run and giving up huge plays. Lost without Minshew's magic. Might as well just kept Gardner in there. This team's not much different without him. Everybody thought Foles, including myself, that Foles was going to go back to season form, but hasn't happened so far. Number 21, Curtis Elliott, Chicago Bears, moving 1 spot. Gizmo says Trubisky came around looking much better, but who doesn't against the tanking Giants? It's true. Giants are horrible. Don't expect a whole lot. Trubisky, it all rides on him when he's playing good. As always, I said this week after week, it's on Trubisky. Number 20, the Los Angeles Chargers, staying in the same spot after the bye week. Gizmo says the bye week to regroup after a terrible outing last week. Refocus on winning. Chargers, they need to move on from Phillip Rivers. It's a couple years past that time. They need to move in a whole new direction here. Number 19, the Detroit Lions staying in the same spot. Gizmo says, once again, the Lions had the lead and end up losing at the end with a Redskins field goal. It's been the story of this team. They just cannot get over the hump. Backup quarterbacks, third-string quarterbacks, it doesn't matter. They are not playing up to their full potential right now. Number 18, the Philadelphia Eagles. Gizmo says the offense was lifeless in back-to-back losses. Wentz had 4 or 5 turnovers, and the defense did a horrible job apparently. So, if they can't keep Carson Wentz safe, he's not going to have time to make plays. That's where most of his stuff happens, when the receivers are able to run free and Wentz is able to find them down the field. They still have a lot of their wide receivers hurt, so maybe once they get Jackson and Jeffrey back, they'll have a little better shot. They need to win out to make the playoffs, though. Number 17, the last team before we get to the top half of the league, the Carolina Panthers move in one spot. Gizmo says Kyle Allen found his groove, but the run defense and pass protection faltered at the wrong time. This team, man, Allen started out so good, then not so much. It's not going to get any better with Cam in the lineup, so might as well just keep Allen out there. Get him some experience. Need to keep him going, though. If you don't have the run game going, they're not going to be able to do much. So we're moving on up to the top half of the league here. Number 16, starting us off, are the Tennessee Titans, moving 2 spots. Gizmo says they are a different team with Tannehill. Impressive and explosive at the right time. Maybe a late playoff push. These Titans look like the Dolphins did before Tannehill got injured. He was looking like he was going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and then he got hurt. So second chance for Tannehill, and he's making the most of it. Number 14, the Oakland Raiders. Skipped one. 16, Pittsburgh Steelers, moving 2 spots. Gizmo says Rudolph bench inserted Hodges, the Duck. Defense racked up 4 sacks and 2 more takeaways. I told you guys this a few weeks ago. Hodges should never have been taken out. He was playing pretty good. I think they're a better team with him instead of Rudolph anyway. So now we're going back to number 14. Number 14, the Oakland Raiders, moving 3 spots. Gizmo says did what everyone expected this team to do. Stink it up on offensive defense. Chiefs are coming up. They pulled Derek Carr out of the game. Like, that's how bad it was going. And he wasn't playing that bad. He was 15 for 27. Excuse me. With an interception. I've seen him play a lot worse. Not good for his confidence, but Mike Glennon is horrible, and they still put him in the game. Number 13, the Indianapolis Colts, moving 1 spot. Gizmo says the offense was playing well, but the defense had no answers for Watson and his passing attack. Not many teams do. They played him as good as they could. This team is going to play well against teams they're supposed to beat and surprise a few teams, but not this time. Number 12, the Los Angeles Rams, moving 1 spot. Gizmo says the defending NFC champs are sputtering along with struggling golf, but still find a way to win. Those are the games you want to win when your quarterback's not playing well. Goff struggled since the Super Bowl. Teams are copying what the Patriots did, and he has not been able to find an answer so far. I don't know if he's got something going on or what's happening, but he got paid and all of a sudden has been playing that great. Number 11, the Dallas Cowboys, moving 2 spots. Gizmo says should have beat the Pats, but major mistakes by defense and special teams cost them the win. So here's my rant time. Dallas Cowboys, defense is good. They held the Patriots and the Saints to minimal points. So at some point you have to blame the offense. And is it the receivers? Is it the running back? Is it the quarterback? Or is it the offensive coordinator? That's where the blame should lie, on one of those areas. I think the receivers are good. I think Zeke is good. So it's either the offensive coordinator or it's Dak. Either way, they need to find a way to score touchdowns because field goals are not going to win you games in the NFL. We're moving on to the top 10 of the league now. Buffalo Bills moving 4 spots. Y'all know this was my sleeper pick for the season. Another dominant performance, says Gizmo. See if they can continue this with the Cowboys up next. Buffalo Bills 8-3. Can they make it to 9-3? Number 10, Houston Texans moving 1 spot. Gizmo says it's the Watson show with his dangerous receiver DeAndre Hopkins hauling in 7 for 140 yards. This team is dangerous at times, and at other times they're getting beat up. I think they make it to the divisional round. They might get lucky and make it past that, but they give up too many big plays for me. Number 8, Kansas City Chiefs stay in the... Number 8, wow. Number 8, Kansas City Chiefs stay in the same spot after the bye week. Offense and defense do not have the same zip as last year. Raiders and Pats up next. So they could go 50-50. They could go 2-0 in the next couple weeks. Raiders, they should win that game. Patriots are playing tough, so who knows? It always comes down to like the last couple plays with these guys. Chiefs are coming off the bye week against the Raiders, so we'll see how rested they are. Number 7, the Green Bay Packers moving 3 spots. Gizmo says spanked by the Niners, but upcoming games will keep them in contention. Giants and Redskins. Packers came up against a good Niners defense. Their O-line was no match for them. Not many O-lines are matches for the Niners. So if they make it, it's going to be tough to win against them. They're going to have to find a way to block those guys. Number 6, Minnesota Vikings moving 1 spot after the bye week. Gizmo says they sat back and watched the Packers lose into a tie with the Vikings. Now Cousins and crew need to make something happen. Vikings control their own destiny at this point, I believe. They can win their division. They could. It's all on Cousins again. If they're running the ball well, Dalvin Cook's pounding the rock. They can use their play action. That defense is good. Everyone from here on out has a great defense, so it's going to be who's going to make touchdowns and not field goals. Number 5, the New Orleans Saints moving 1 spot. Gizmo says went up big in second half, 31-18, but defense wasn't on cue and almost lost the game to the Panthers. That's true, they almost lost. Just could not get anything going, almost let them come all the way back. But those are the games you need to win, and they did. Number 4, Seattle Seahawks moving 1 spot. Gizmo says the defense stepped up, sacking Wentz 3 times, and the running game had 174 yards, an all-around team. I don't know what to tell you. Russell Wilson's playing like a freak this year. He is playing out of his mind. Whether or not that magic can continue, we'll see. Top 3 time, number 3, the New England Patriots stay in the same spot. Gizmo says ugly game, but the defense showed why this team is 10-1. Running game coming around. Everybody's dogging the New England Patriots offense, but that defense is keeping them in games. They can win games like that. They're gonna when that offense finally catches fire, teams are gonna be in trouble. Number 2, San Francisco 49ers stay in the same spot. Gizmo says unleash the defense on Rodgers, sacking him 5 times. Running game and big plays. This team is almost too tough to beat. You're going to have to catch Garoppolo on a really bad day and get turnovers to beat this team, as that's the only way I think they're going to lose is when they beat themselves. And number 1, staying in the same spot, the Baltimore Ravens. Gizmo says dominant play, no stopping the Ravens when in this mode. Gizmo's calling it, Super Bowl run, Jackson is the MVP. Double predictions here for Gizmo. Same thing as with the 49ers. This team, as long as it doesn't beat itself with turnovers, they're unstoppable. I'll agree with that. Ravens deserve to be in the first spot. Niners are close right behind them. And like those top three are all interchangeable. Like anybody who loses, the other teams are just going to leapfrog right over them. So they have to avoid turnovers, have to avoid bad decisions, and they will all do well here. That is the power rankings heading into Thanksgiving week. Holidays are starting. I want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate you all, especially Gizmo for getting these rankings out. Everybody have a safe night, stay safe, and happy holidays, everyone. Bye.